What's going on, everybody? This is John Jake Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with a brand new episode of the Realignment Dynasty here on NCAA 14, featuring that college football revamp, of course. And we got a huge test today. It is not only rivalry week against our hated rivals in the same state of Michigan as us, but this has some major implications, man. We're coming in number 1 in the country. Michigan, however, ranked number 22, but this is a very talented football team. A overall squad, A offense, A plus defense to go with it. So we're going to have some unique challenges against this Michigan squad, man. And we're going to really find out if we're ready to meet that challenge and actually be a playoff team, or are we just pretenders that have this number 1 spot right now? Not to mention Michigan, they're also bringing 2 high-profile prospects. Casey Carmichael is taking a visit today. He's one of your guys' custom players, so y'all already know what we're going to try to come out here and do. We're going to try to go ahead, and we're trying to spoil some business, man, so that they don't go to our rival school. Oh, and Levon James, he's another one of your custom guys. He's actually also starting for this Michigan squad, man. So, gonna be a fun game. It's gonna be a battle, and I am excited for this battle, man. So, hope y'all are ready for it, man. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button as well if you do happen to be brand spanking new as well. Can't wait to jump into it, man. I'll see you guys on the field. Alright, boys, so we actually got a little bit of snow coming out here, man. So you already know we got ourselves a classic on our hands. As first play of the game, we get a nice pass to Marcus Williams, who's actually able to go ahead and stay on his feet. He's going to pick up a gain of 20 there, and that will go ahead and help us pick up the first down, as we're actually getting some nice steady progress here on the first drive of this ball game. We're going to see if we can go ahead and keep that up, as it's going to be important for us to get that running game going, as well as Nelson Sisk. He's going to get lit up like a Christmas tree, but in spite of that, though, we will pick up some good yards. We only need to pick up 1 more yard, and 3rd and short, we'll see if we can get it here, as we're actually going to try to go deep on him. Come on, Anderson, make the catch for me. No! Jeff Cole is going to break it up. Cole World, man. And we actually end up leaving that drive without any points. But listen, still a solid start. And, you know, at least we went out here, tried to go ahead and be aggressive. But look at what happens on Michigan's first play of the game. We end up seeing Sanders able to get loose on us here initially. Michigan last year, they were able to run all over us in our own stadium as well. We'll see if we can clean that up here and see if we can make it a little bit more difficult on them this year, as Allen faces pressure up the middle, but Jermaine Sanders is going to come down and make the catch anyways. So 1st and 10 coming up for the Wolverines, as Allen's going to drop back the pass, throw it over the middle to Kevin Dunn, and he's going to pick up another 6 yards, moving steadily down the field. It's a methodical drive here in the snow. We'll see if we can get him with a blitz to try to get them to think on their feet a little bit, but Kevin Dunn gets open again on one-on-one coverage. Might need to go ahead and have to switch things up, because we're setting the blitz, hoping that we go out there and get some pressure, but it just hasn't happened yet. We have not been able to get enough pressure on this quarterback. And now it's a goal line situation here. 1st and goal coming up, as Levon James is going to run it in the end zone, and a custom guy is going to break the goose egg off the scoreboard here in the first quarter. And we'll find ourselves down 7-0. But not only do we give up a touchdown on the first possession of the game for Michigan, but we also go 3 and out on our next drive. So the Wolverines are back out onto the field, although we do at least force a incompletion on Eric Allen. We'll see if we can get a 3 and out of our own, as Allen, he's going to get loose on the read option. He's got some space to scoot. 1 man left to beat. Can somebody bring him down? And finally, one of our linebackers is able to bring him down, but a 59-yard rush for Eric Allen. And it's yet another red zone opportunity for the Wolverines, as Levon James trying to finish the drive off does pick up good yardage, but still not a first down there, as James is going to try to run it upfield. He actually stiffs arms through a couple of our defenders. He's not getting a lot of yards, but that being said, incredibly tough runner. And they're going to finish off yet another drive here. Jermaine Sanders is going to be open in that back of the end zone. And we're down 14-0 early. Definitely in deep trouble. So let's go ahead and see if we can go ahead and get our own offense going. Finally get the goose egg off the board for us, as we will throw it short to Corey Ross, who's been really emerging in our passing game. He'll pick up a first down there. We'll see if we go to Corey Ross again, as looks like that slant pattern was covered pretty well. So sort of a throwaway without actually having to leave the pocket. But 3rd and 13 though, not where we wanted to be whatsoever. We will go with the free wide set to the outside, as we're looking for somebody to get open, but it just didn't really happen for us. We have to go ahead and punt this football away once again. And it's a brutal start here in the big house, as we're just looking for something to curve the momentum back our way. And this might help us there, as Alec takes a sack. And that is one of our big hog mollies up front. That's going to bring him down. But very next play, Aaron Allen getting loose again. Could be a touchdown. Kenneth Wood might try to make something happen, but diving tackle does bring him down. And thought we were going to get something going with that sack, but that did not happen. And yeah, another threatening moment here for the Michigan Wolverines. We'll see if this time we can at least hold him down to a field goal, as Allen will throw to the right-hand side, gets it out to Sanders, who does break a tackle, as well as runs through Kenneth Wood. That is a 7-yard catch. That's going to make this a much more manageable 3rd down. They did convert their previous 3rd down conversion, as last play of the first quarter, Allen looks to the left-hand side, gets it out to Stover. Stover breaking a couple of tackles, and finally, a gang of Spartans is going to come around and finish the play up. So we will force them to a field goal attempt, but right now the Paul Bunyan rivalry is going all Michigan's way, and we are not looking like the #1 team in the country. So we jump into the second quarter of action now, as we do end up getting the ball after Michigan does end up getting a field goal on us. So we're down 17-0, but we will start the second quarter. Getting a pretty good play to the outside. Corey Ross able to catch that screen for a gain of 15. As now, Gray dropping back, trying to throw to the left-hand side, trying to get it out into the flat, but just completely missed that one. You absolutely hate to see it. And instead of it being like a 3rd and short, we get a 3rd and long, which is definitely not where we want it to be. But we're going to come through and make a huge play, as Leslie Johnson, the true freshman, comes down and makes the catch. So that will keep the drive alive for now. We'll see if we can keep that going, as we try to throw to Leslie Johnson again, this time on the other side of the field. This time it does end up getting deflected away. And now 3rd and 10 coming up, going with the 4 verts till it hurts, as Gray looks to the left-hand side, but he gets hit as he throws the football. And on 4th down, once again, we did have to go ahead and punt it away. So now our defense getting challenged. Can they finally get a stop on defense? And it looks like, oh, we get it. Is that an interception? No way that actually goes our way. Like, no shot, right? Like, let's see this replay real quick. That was Mike Scott that made the play. And while we didn't get a great replay, we actually did turn that into a field goal. So we do actually get points on the board. It was another 3 and out for us, though. And Michigan will take back over, where they essentially pick up right where they left off. Brian Stover this time making a huge catch downfield. And it's a 1st down for the Wolverines, as Levon James gets blown up in the backfield, though. So at least give us a little bit more breathing room. But this rushing attack, absolutely ruthless, as they will continue to pound it on the ground. Jermaine Sanders with a 5-yard rush. Does get him back to the original line of scrimmage, but 3rd and long coming up. We'll see if we can hold it down. Force them to take another field goal attempt as Allen drops back, looks over the middle of the field, and it ends up being dropped. So we made it tough enough for them to drop that pass. And it does force yet another field goal, but once again, the tail of this first half, we haven't been able to do enough in this first half. It's yet another 3 and out. It's going to get this football back to the Michigan Wolverines. It's now 3rd and short. We'll see if we can get a defensive stop outright of our own here. As Allen, he's going to actually, yes sir, we get him to stop behind the line. I thought he was going to go ahead and pitch that ball off, but Kenneth Wood, he had something else to say about it. So we do take a timeout, and we do come out here. 1:10 left to play in the first half, and we got 2 timeouts left. And let's see if we can put together a drive here at the end of the first half. Get some points on the board before we go into the halftime locker room. But we don't have to completely abandon that running game, as Anthony Thompson, our fullback of all people, he's going to make the rush upfield. And that will give us a little bit more yards to work with as we starting to run low on timeouts. Only 1 timeout left to work with. So we got to make sure that we get out of bounds if we don't end up picking up first downs. Just got to have that good clock management. And it doesn't help that we take sacks. We didn't even have time to read the defense there, and Grant Lee blows it up in the backfield. So now 3rd and 14 coming up. Not where we wanted to be, but we'll try to make something out of this. We try to throw to the right-hand side. We were looking for Mike Anderson, and that does thwart our drive. But we go into halftime, and it's not looking good. We are actually down 20-3. You hate to see it. So, all right, man, that #1 team in college football, we're being tested right now. Let's see if we can respond here as Michigan actually sends 6 guys. And we tried to get it out there. Looks like it was Wesley Johnson that we were trying to throw the football to, but Eric Davis is able to undercut this as Andrew Gray was just facing a tremendous amount of pressure. And that's what happens when you run 2 guys pretty close to each other. You can have one defender just outright guard both players at the same time. That is exactly what happened there. Thankfully, Michigan did not end up killing us there. We end up forcing a 3 and out in the first half, but does change the fact that we got to get some points on the board. 3 points, obviously not going to cut it, even if our defense plays perfect here in the second half, which I'm definitely not asking them to do against this Michigan football team. So we'll see if we can go ahead and finally get an offensive touchdown. I've been waiting for it all day long. As Gray will drop back to pass, looking around, trying to throw it over the middle, and it gets intercepted yet again. And Andrew Gray, just a case of him getting absolutely baited by Adam Stallings, and actually takes it a few yards too. That's good for him. But now Michigan is going to take over. Great field position. They have moved the football well in the first half, as LeVon James is going to take the carry and gets a good set of yardage, a gain of 8. Continuing to build on those offensive strengths for the Wolverines. They already have 150 yards on the ground. We'll see if Allen also chooses to run. No, it's actually a passing play. Short to Desmond Hall, who does his job in terms of finding the sticks. And it's yet another red zone opportunity for this Michigan squad. This time, though, we're going to try to set a tone, though, as we pulverize with Mike Scott, who was screaming off the edge. Let's go ahead and send yet another blitz, see if we can get the same result. But instead, Allen, he gets open. He's out loose, gets it out to his running back. And, man, just giving up a ton of yards on the ground, man. Like, it's just not working for us, man. We are just not having a good game all around, as we will go ahead and surrender yet another touchdown here. So that's going to make it 27-3. And just not a lot to be happy about. Down by 24 when, we don't have our passing offense. They get better. Corey Ross might help us, though. Come on. Don't get caught from behind. Of course he does. But still a really big play, though. You like to see it. And let's see if it's going to spark our offense a little bit as we go to Leslie Johnson on the left-hand side. Actually guarded by St. Breeze is another one of your custom guys. We do get a catch on him as Breeze will actually send the blitz. Gets it out to Perry Robertson, though. And that, for the very first time today, we actually have a goal line situation. Maybe we can find the end zone here as we got 3rd and goal. We'll see if we can punch it in as we look over the middle. Trying to find it in the end zone, but it's Perry Robinson. Touchdown, Spartans. Michigan State pulls ahead. Or not pulls ahead, definitely not. But we do have a chance to make this a 2-possession game, though, as if we can get it into the end zone here. And we do with Corey Ross, who wins his one-on-one on the outside. And that will go ahead and make it a 2-possession game. So now our defense comes back out to the field with a new set of rigor. We'll see if that can reflect in getting some stops finally as Eric Allen gets loose again. He's been scrambling all over us today, and he adds on to what has been an impressive performance for him so far. But we do get him to a 3rd and down, and they have struggled with the 3rd down conversions. Just 1 for 6 so far on the day, but Allen, no one is accounted for him on those read options, and it's going to be another 1st down. You see the stats for Eric Allen, 140 yards on the ground. He's been killer, but this time we key in on him and force him a few yards back at the very least. We'll see if we can run it back here again, as now 2nd and 14, expecting him to pass. Looking to drop back, gets it towards the 1st down marker, and will be dropped right around there. Not a 1st down, but a much more manageable 3rd down situation, though. 3rd and 1 singular yard. And they are more than capable of picking that up. As we'll see if Levon James gets the carry here as Dunn goes into the motion. It's actually a shovel pass potentially, but Allen, he's going to decide to keep it. Calling his own number and keeps the drive alive as a result of it. As now, 1st and 10 again, Allen going with Smith on the outside. He's got some space to work and breaks a couple of tackles yet again. Alex Smith with a gain of 9. As that will take us into the end of the 3rd quarter. As we still find ourselves down by multiple possessions. This drive that we got going on right now is going to help us determine if we can come back. So here we go, baby. 4th quarter now. We need this team to start waking up if we want to stay #1 in the country. As Allen, he's going to take the carry for Levon James, and James gets loose. We had the angle. We just couldn't make the play, unfortunately. And that's going to cost us dearly. Is this another red zone opportunity for the Michigan Wolverines, who they really strive in 4th quarters. I'll tell you what, with how this running game is built, it's going to be a serious challenge to try to come back and win this game. Unless we can force a turnover right here on 3rd and 7. As Allen drops back to pass. He's looking over the middle and finds Desmond Hall in the end zone. And it's yet another touchdown for the Michigan Wolverines as they are dominating here in the Paul Bunyan Classic. Down by 23 after the extra point. So now we really need to come out here and get our offense rolling, because I'll tell you what, scoring 23 points in 1 quarter, not going to be the easiest thing to do, but that will get us off on the right foot though, as Perry Robinson's going to make a 17-yard catch. But we got to move quickly though. Time definitely working against us right now, as unfortunately just nobody open. You know, trying to get out of the pocket, trying to make good decisions, and Andrew Gray, he actually ends up getting hurt. So Billy Hammond's going to come into the game now, and 3rd and 21 after that incompletion. Not where we want to find ourselves, but we'll see if we can make something happen with his legs, as Billy Hammond, he does roll to his right. He's going to try to throw downfield, but that pass is going to be off target though. And we're going to have to punt this football away once again. And now Michigan takes back over. A chance to possibly make this a 30-point lead. But we have a little bit of pride here at Michigan State. We may be down by quite a bit, but we are not going to quit. At least not right this second. As now Hall is going to try to run it up the left-hand side. Does pick up a decent amount of yardage, but 3rd and 8. It's something that we can definitely get them off the field for. Is now 3rd and long coming up. Williams going for this quarterback. He's got through one defender, but Hall is open. And even though we light him up by like a Christmas tree, it's yet another 1st down conversion. I can't make this up. We are struggling today, and we are definitely not looking like a college football playoff team, let alone a #1 team in the country, man. Not where we want to be. But we do get another 3rd down at least. We'll see if this is the time that we get him off the field. But Allen, he's good. No! We force the incompletion, baby. Let's go. 4th and 3. That should be enough to get him off the field. But our special teams, man. Our special teams. They had a penalty. There was offsides. They got drawn early. And now offense is back out on the field once again. And a chance for them to come run some more time off the clock as Allen, he's going to throw to the left-hand side, gets it out to Ken Black. And Ken Black's going to pick up a gain of 7, yet another 1st down. And now that 4-minute offense comes out for Michigan. They do have the 5-wide set, but I wouldn't be shocked if Allen tried to scramble with it. Actually, no. He does pass the football. And Desmond Hall finds a way to pick up a few yards. I'm actually kind of surprised by that. We'll see if we can actually get him off the field this time on a 4th down. Make sure that no one gets offsides, but the field goal is no good. It doinks away. Let's go, baby. We aren't going down yet. And speaking of not going down, neither is Miami of Ohio. They are actually going to remain undefeated as well, winning 20-12. So here we go. Offense coming out onto the field after the missed field goal. We got less than 3 minutes left to play. Andrew trying to make some things shake, and Aaron Ford is going to get open downfield. 37-yard reception. And we get ourselves on the ball quickly. 2:30 left to play as Gray looks over the right-hand side, and that is nearly intercepted by Eric Davis. He nearly had pick number 2 in this one. And now 3rd and 9 coming. Going with a 3 wide to the left. As Gray looks over the middle. Diving catch by Wesley Johnson. As a true freshman continues to make some big plays. As Gray looks over the left-hand side and gets it out to Wesley Johnson. Goal line situation. Maybe we can get another touchdown out of this. Gray looking. Tries to get it over the middle. But it's going to be broken up by St. Breezes. And that will bring up 3rd and goal. 1:30 left to play. Let's see if we can punch it in here. Gray, 3 wide to the left. Looking. He's going to scramble to his right. Facing some pressure, but finds Wesley Johnson in the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans. And while we'll still have to go for the 2-point conversion just to make this a 2-possession game, like I said, we will not be going down without a fight. As now, Gray trying to convert the 2-point conversion. And it's going to be successful. Good conversion. Makes it a 15-point game. But sadly, we do not get the onside kick. And just to rub it in our faces a little bit more, one of the last plays of the game, they don't even take a knee. They run it down our throats, and they will end up putting a 40 burger on our heads here in the Paul Bunyan Trophy game. And once again, we will not be bringing this trophy back to East Lansing, as the Wolverines, they take care of business, 41-19 being the score. This is also going to be our first loss of the season. It's going to be interesting to see how we drop in the polls, but it does show that we have little margin of error to make it to the playoff. So sadly, I think what this game does show is that we are a good football team. We are not a great football team, though, as we got blown out by Michigan, who did have the better talented roster on paper, and it showed, man. We really struggled in this one. until it got to a point where it didn't even matter if we scored or not. Andrew Gray ends up with 19 for 34, 274, 2 touchdowns, and 2 picks. We were baited both times on those interceptions. But the biggest problem that we had all day today was that we could not run the football at all. Anthony Thomas did end up being our leading rusher, but he only ends up with 26 yards. As for the receivers though, Wesley Johnson had a solid game today, 6 catches for 69 yards, which I do remind you is very nice if I say so myself, and did find the end zone. Same thing could be said for Perry Robinson, who ends up with 4 catches, 47 yards, and also finding the end zone in the second half as well. But our biggest play of the day was actually the senior wide receiver, Corey Ross, who was able to take it 52 yards on a way to a free catch, 79-yard day. But again, our offense really put us in a bad spot. Now, even though our defense put us in a really bad situation though, the defense did not really help. Patrick Goshwin did lead the team with 11 tackles today, with Kenneth Wood getting 9. But we only got to his quarterback a few times today. Bo Marshall had a couple, and then Mike Scott, not only did we have a sack, but he did have an interception, which, if I'm going to be honest, probably should not have been called. But, again, we allowed 41 points out here today. So it was not a good day for our defense either. Alright boys, so thankfully, even though we did end up losing pretty badly there, the good news for us though is that it doesn't kill us too much. We only fall down to number 6 in the entire country, and we still control our own destiny, as Michigan also has multiple conference losses, so we still control our own destiny. But at this point of the game, if we want to make the college football playoff, we cannot afford to go out there and lose another game. And we still have some sneaky opponents like Indiana, and if we make it to the conference championship game, maybe a Miami who's having a historic season in the Great Mid-Eastern Conference, man. So next episode, we're going to try to do one thing and one thing only, and that's try to go ahead and recreate the magic. And I think we're going to get just what the doctor ordered going on against this Kent State squad. So maybe a doubleheader, maybe not. We'll just have to wait and see. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's Paul Bunyan action here, man, as we took on our rivals, but it was more one-sided. So if you still enjoyed it anyways, man, make sure you go ahead, smack that like button for me, and then of course hit that subscribe button if you have to be brand new to the channel. This is John J. Gaming on the mic signing off. I'm hoping you're all out there having a good one.